Last year, World Vision asked Replenish to go to Albania to meet kids who've been affected by the massive global problem of trafficking. Some experts say that up to 1 million people are trafficked each year. They are often kidnapped from their homes or in some cases by members of their own family. Typical victims tend to be women and children, and often they end up being forced into begging or into prostitution. Got in last night and despite losing a few pieces of baggage and guitar and stuff, we're all good. We've just been to a church and met some local people. The weather's awesome and we've got a day off today. But yeah, we're looking forward to getting stuck in. Outside one shop we met Adam, who'd been sent out by his stepmother to beg for money. He was 11 but looked so much older, as though his life on the streets had made him old long before he was supposed to be. But this was just the beginning.
When we later visited some local villages, we began to see why trafficking is such a problem. Many people here earn less than 50 pence a day, so their homes are basic, no running water or plumbing, and families of up to 8 people often share one room. We heard stories of how some people come into the villages and offer to take children away and educate them. For most families, they can't afford to send their kids to school, so this sounds like a dream come true. The shocking reality, though, is that when these kids are taken away, it's not to go to school, but to end up on the streets.
We met one girl who had been trafficked and later rescued by her family. She was so frightened, even years later, that she couldn't be identified. Nazir told us that one night she popped out to the corner shop for her mum and was kidnapped at knife point on her walk home. She was trafficked to Greece, where she was forced to become a prostitute. She was one of the fortunate ones and managed to escape to a safe house. Now, she's trying to rebuild her life, but because she reported her kidnappers to the police, she is constantly afraid that they will find and hurt her or her family. Okay, we're here in the Children of the World Centre in Tirana. This is a centre that caters for children from abject poverty backgrounds, and some of the children here have been trafficked as well. And what the centre aims to do is to give them an education, basic reading, writing skills, but they also educate the families so the parents can enable the children to come to school instead of going to work, and then the parents themselves can go out to work after that. They also have a psychologist on site, which is really interesting, so the children can go to them and just chat through any problems they have. So we're just going to go inside now and see what's going on.
The kids at the centre were from vulnerable families, but the centre was providing an incredibly important service, giving the kids an education and teaching them early on about their rights and how to avoid becoming a victim of trafficking.
Hey.
After the centre, we went on to meet Vera Lesko, who runs the Vatra Centre, a charity which also works with trafficked children. She told us just how important it is that governments work together to stop the trafficking of human beings. She said that it wasn't just one country's responsibility, but everyone's. If all countries were united and had much stricter border controls, it would be possible to massively reduce the amount of people who are trafficked each year. The charity has a secret shelter which kids who've been rescued from trafficking are sent to. It's in a secret location, so we weren't allowed to film there or send more than one person. So Darren went to go and see what it was like.
I've just been up to the secret shelter that they have for the girls when they when they come back to Albania from being trafficked. And I had a chat with the coordinator of the centre. She was telling me a bit more about what they do there and the work they do. And their main aim is to rehabilitate girls, and that can take from 3 months to 2 years. They have an on-site psychologist there full-time to work with the girls and to talk them through any problems, any issues they have.
Seeing this problem with our own eyes and the level of poverty that forces people into doing unthinkable things is a shocking experience. We all know that this has to stop, and we can all do something about it.
With estimates of up to 1 million people being trafficked each year, it seems like an almost impossible thing to be able to fix. But if we all speak out and begin to put pressure on international governments, we know that change is possible. People trafficking is one of the greatest evils of our time. We need to make it stop.